Bethune retired as chairman of Continental Airlines in 2004, but only after spearheading one of the most dramatic corporate rescues in U.S. history. And importantly, he did it without taxpayer money. He joined Continental as chief operating officer in 1994, February of 1994, when Continental consistently ranked as last in just about every imaginable performance metric: on-time performance, customer complaints, mishandled baggage, just to name a few. Worse yet, as he quickly found out, Continental Airlines was on a flight path to bankruptcy and descending rapidly. He quickly assumed the role of chief executive officer in November of that same year and was elected chairman in September of 1996. His rescue of Continental Airlines from a seemingly irreversible tailspin is chronicled in his best-selling book, From Worst to First. And he did it based on a very simple concept: a commitment to customer satisfaction. Sound familiar? Our commitment, shareholders first. He was also the champion of giving employees credit for performance improvements, and he paid them financial incentives for doing so, a novel idea at the time in the airline industry. Continental went on under his leadership to thrive, winning more awards for customer satisfaction from J.D. Power than any other airline in history. Fortune magazine named Continental among the 100 best companies to work for in America for 6 straight years. In 2004, Fortune ranked Continental the #1 most admired global airline. Mr. Bethune has received numerous awards and honors. Among them, he has been named one of the top 25 global managers by Businessweek. He is in the Texas Aviation Hall of Fame, and he has received the Distinguished Achievement Award of the Wings Club, a distinction shared with President George H.W. Bush and astronaut Neil Armstrong, among others. He previously held positions, executive positions, at Boeing, Braniff and Western Airlines, and Piedmont Airlines. Mr. Bethune holds a Bachelor's of Science degree from Abilene Christian University in Dallas. He is a 1992 graduate of Harvard Business School's Advanced Management Program, which is where I first met Gordon. A few things quickly became apparent about Gordon at the Advanced Management Program at Harvard. Like many others in the program, he was bright and articulate, but he had an uncanny ability to take very complex topics and break them down into understandable conceptual components. And he could consume large amounts of alcohol with little apparent effect the next day. This doubtless came in very handy in the early days at Continental. Mr. Bethune holds honorary degrees from the College of Aeronautics, Fairleigh Dickinson University, and Montclair State University. He is a licensed commercial pilot for the Boeing 757 and 767, as well as the DC-3. He serves on the board of directors of Honeywell, Prudential, Sprint, and the Willis Group. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Gordon Bethune.
That was great, John. Thank you. I'm pleased to be here and honored, and it's fun to see Brian again. I remember those days at Harvard. They were a lot of fun. I had escaped from the Boeing company for that 90-day stint and enjoyed every day of it. As Brian mentioned, I have a checkered past, and I was at the Boeing company, and I was a big shot, and Continental would call me and said, "We really need you to come here and help us." And I said, "Well, you know, as soon as I complete that prefrontal lobotomy I've got scheduled, I'm going to do that." I mean, why would you want to go to a company that, as Brian mentioned, had been bankrupt twice, 2 times in the last 15 years at the time, was ranked consistently last by the Department of Transportation in every customer satisfaction metric. I mean, the worst on time, the worst bag, everything. And you think, well, you had to be really stupid. Well, I was. And so I thought, it can't be that bad.